It's a double feature. Thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for watching. As always, I love interacting with you guys in the comments. Know you can feel free to leave any comment, any question. I'll try my best to answer as best as I know how. And let's just always keep it fun and spicy and interesting because it's synastry. Who doesn't love talking about their crushes? So let's dive right in. We're talking about sun in the third house. This one, immediate bestie, immediately got me using all your lingo. It really only takes one line, not even a conversation, and you're locked in for life, okay? The main glue here for this relationship is humor. More than likely, how you two met is one of you overhearing some kind of wild joke that the other person is saying to like someone else, and just from that one line, you're like, I have to have this person in my life. I have to find some way to be in regular contact with this person. This person excites me. It's this spark where even if like you're more introverted, this is like the most excited you've ever been in a while to bring someone new into your life. It's like your whole future together you can see in this one line. It's intense, it's sudden, it's a whirlwind, and it very much comes out of nowhere. The sun person especially can just go days listening to the house person. They find them so entertaining. The house person finds the sun person's humor a little more awkward, weird, maybe a little nerdy, but deep down they low-key love that shit. Deep down, this is the type of humor that they really enjoy, so it really works out. One thing I will say, an observation that I've made with this overlay, the more there is an age gap between the two, the less patience there is with the communication. Like the less patience there is to listen to the jokes and the stories, and it can get a little sour. It definitely more starts to take on the feel of like, okay, you need to shut up now. Like, why don't you ever shut up? You need to get to the point. Like, you're taking too long. This is one where the positive effects of this overlay definitely work best when you're closer in age. And I feel like this is because the third house, it deals with communication. Language changes and evolves so quickly within different generations. You have all these different trends and slangs that change. It can be hard for two people with age gap to find a common ground within the language, and with the third house, that's all it's about. So if you're not understanding like what each other's abbreviations and what your style of storytelling is, it's gonna be more friction and people get frustrated quick. Even still though, underneath there's still a closeness. Like, say there is a significant age gap, this will be a couple where they're always throwing insults towards one another. They're affectionately calling you a dumbass like every day. But let someone else try to name call you. They're not having it, okay? You're their person to pick on. No one else is. I would say if you're like 1 to 3 years apart, then it's all good. You guys are talking to each other all the time. Can't stop. It's an addiction. If it's 4 to 6 years, it's like, okay, you can start to see like some impatience come about, but for the most part it's still like we make each other laugh so much that is not so much of a factor. More than 6 years apart, that's when it starts to get a little rough, and you have to have a strong heart to take some of these insults. But underneath, I feel like both people always know it's out of love, and even though they're insulting each other all the time, they're always picking up their calls and being like, why are you calling my phone? Why are you always picking up though? Or it's like you're always inviting them out. They're always free to hang out with you. So clearly you like me. You like me like me. The house person, they do entertain the sun person a lot, but I feel like it's usually because the house person does work in the entertainment field. Maybe they could just be a class clown, but it could really range from that to actual stage performer of some kind. So the sun person can find a lot of admiration for the house person putting themselves out there, and they just like the way they're attracted to the way that you can draw an audience together. You guys are also the student to each other's teacher. You have a lot of similar interests, but usually you're a master better at different things, and so there's a lot you can still learn from each other. You guys switch the role of teacher and student very often. You love learning from each other. You just think the other is very intelligent, and you find a lot of creative inspiration in hearing them speak. It motivates you to want to use your voice and want to protest and make a difference. It's very strong energy. On the flip side of always teaching each other, there can be a lot of times where you can count on this person to correct you if you say something wrong. If you use the wrong word, that's like not the right word for that occasion or whatever. If your grammar is off, they're gonna correct you. That's very common with Saturn in the 3rd house overlay too. It's just like kind of nitpicky, kind of criticizing, but it's all in good intention. On the fun side, this is gonna be the couple that's always organizing the game night. They have hella board games. They're always trying to compete in card games and all those like long strategy games like Catan. I can't think of any other board games right now. Monopoly. But yeah, those like longer ones. I'd say this one too. They love a good movie night together. They love a good horror night. You know, anything that excites them, stimulates their mind. A psychological thriller. These two can be real like gore movie buffs. Overall, you're bringing a very positive glow to the community. You know, when other people see you, even when you're bickering, they can sense the love, and it inspires them, makes them feel like they can love again. You know, it gives them hope. But yeah, that's all I have for Sun in the 3rd house. Oh, one other thing I can say, if you are siblings and you have this overlay, even if you do have a more significant age gap, because your family somehow, like the energy switches with this synastry and you really feel like twins. Like you have a closeness, a telepathy that regular siblings, especially with a significant age gap, doesn't have. So it kind of like does the opposite effect when you're related as opposed to when you're not related and have an age gap. And a lot of male friends, like male duo friends, have this overlay too. It's very much giving bromance. But yeah, come back soon. We're gonna be doing Sun in the 6th house. If you haven't subscribed already, what are you waiting for? We're talking about the synastry tea, and we're still gonna go through all the planet overlays, eventually into aspects, and we're always gonna keep this channel alive because who else is gonna talk about synastry with y'all? And this is what I love to do, y'all know. If you want to book a reading with me, all the information is down in the description below, okay? But if you just have like 1 or 2 questions, leave it in the comments and I'll share what I know. But thank you guys so much again for watching and being here. I'll catch you at the next one.